Hello again and thanks for joining. Today we've got a Fleischmann intermodal container wagon to have a look at. It looks really impressive in this plastic box. This one is number 5246CHK and it represents a HUPAC wagon with a very bright green container on it with some wording on it. I'm not actually quite sure what language that is in. I'm gonna guess German. I've not heard of that company before. This is a second-hand model, but it looks in fantastic condition. So let's get this out of the box and we'll take a closer look. So straight away, this is a really impressive wagon. It looks very detailed, but I think it's maybe been let down a little bit by the container. So this is obviously a very long wagon. You're going to have quite a large layout to run this one. And certainly if you want to have a realistic intermodal train, you're going to have a few of these, and then you need quite a long run in order to make a train out of these. It is quite a light wagon. This is made of plastic, but it does have a lot of detail. So let's start down this end. You can see that it has this little handrail here, which is just a fine piece of plastic, obviously very easy to break off, so you need to handle this very carefully. It's got some really nice details here on the buffer beam. For a wagon, this is actually quite impressive. It's got a lot of rivet detail and it looks like jumper ports and a fake coupling there as well. Typical Fleischmann coupling here at the front on a NEM pocket, and it is cantilevered separate to the bogie. I guess you need that to allow it to get round tight corners. This one does look as though the coupling is bent a little bit, but thankfully there doesn't seem to be any damage on the wagon. So down the side you can see it is really richly decorated with these transfers. The HUPAC logo is really good, and it's also got all the numbers and specifications here. This obviously stands out, this little yellow brake wheel, which is an additional part which has been added in. But there's tie downs at the corners which have been painted in yellow just to pick them out in detail there. The bogies are quite impressive. They've got some nice spring detail and a lot of relief as well. The wheels are quite small and this burnished metal colour, and they revolve very freely. It's a very good running wagon, this one. The bogies are just held on with these little plastic clips though, very modern design. And as we look on the deck of this model, it's got very prototypical indents here moulded in, as well as all the little studs for all the variations of different container that this wagon could carry. Nice piece of checkerboard effect here, and you can see straight through as well to the brake gear underneath. And under here you can see the detailed brake gear with all the pipe work. And that's a separate piece that's been added in along with the bottom of the wagon here as well. I think it's quite impressive how the brake wheels here match up with the underframe pipework as well. And then finally at the ends we have the little step coming down as well, which again is very delicate and could easily break off. So you have to be careful with this wagon if you're handling it. Let's have a look at the container. So it's quite a plain container, this one. It looks to be a one-piece moulding. The printing on it is really good, very clear, absolutely no fuzziness whatsoever. Really quite impressive. Down this end we have actually the black here is printed on. It's not actually moulded in here where the door frame is, but it does have all the locks and brackets moulded in. Little studs on the top if you want to stack these, and underneath we've got a variety of holes here so you can fit it into this wagon and I guess some others as well. This end is very plain, again the logo's printed there, but there's not much other features on it. Fits very securely to the wagon. It shouldn't fall off on normal operation, but obviously you can't lift this wagon by the container because it'll just lift straight off. So let's see how much this wagon weighs. So this wagon comes in at 71 grams. So this bogie container wagon from Fleischmann, I think it's a really interesting and detailed model. There's a lot of features moulded into the main piece of plastic, and it's complemented with some really good printing on the side of it. Very detailed amount of writing there, all very crisply printed, and I like the additional brake wheel in yellow. It's a really standout little extra it's added on here. I think it's let down a little bit by the container. It's very plain. One of the other things I think lets this wagon down a little bit is the fact that it's all made of plastic and it seems very light, and I think it might have some trouble staying on some points, especially if it was going to be pushed. But it is a good model, and I think it would give you a number of different options for containers on this because it has various studs on the bed, so you could fit in different sizes of containers as well. So it's got that flexibility. For modern image modelers, this would be a great model to add to your collection, but I don't think it's the best container wagon you could possibly get. Just let down by the weight, I think. Aside from that, a really good model. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think about this wagon in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel grow. I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, another video will appear. Just click on that and I'll see you there. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See ya.